Child, everybody hates Tamar. Child, she said it, not me. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Ashton Shanae. Welcome back to the juice. So I was on Instagram, minding my business, being nosy, and I come across the fact that Snoop Dogg's wife posted a happy birthday video to Monica the singer. So as I tap dances on down in the comments, I discovered that Tamar is also down there being messy. But anyway, child, instead of Tamar just wishing Monica a happy birthday and moving on with her life, she writes, she don't like me for whatever, but I love her and her movement. Hashtag strong chicks unite. So y'all already know the people down in the comments was not trying to hear that, especially not from no Tamar. One person says, Tamar Braxton, don't start your poop on my homegirl's birthday. Please sit your patootie all the way down. Thanks, management. And then Monica, you know she's not messy at all. But we pretty much know she can handle herself. But anyway, she says, thank you. I got you forever and after, replying to Snoop Dogg's wife. Then another person says, man, Tamar, sis, sit your drama-fied patootie down somewhere. A happy birthday would have sufficed. Then another person says, well, Tamar better know she coming for the right one, but Monica told us she ain't bought this foolishness, laughing my patootie off. But for real, I hope Mo ignores Tamar's post and be the real. G and realize homegirl bored and just needed a comment. Everybody else knows why, but you don't. Tamar Braxton, she probably prays for you more than anybody else. This is just childish. All the bishops, Ayanlas, and family can't help you. Then another person says, Tamar mad because it ain't about her today. Child, if you think that's bad, of course there's more. Another person says, Tamar just mad because she ain't on T.I. and Tiny family and friends hustle, LOL. Then another person says, Tamar, she don't like your boss got patootie for this reason. You do the effing most. Plus, you don't like her friend, so why would she like you? It wasn't necessary for you to even come on this post with shade. Grow the F up. Then another person says, settle down, young man. The world doesn't revolve around you. Then another person says, she always throws rocks but hides her hands, shaking my head. Tamar, don't want none of that smoke. Monica is not the one to play with. Happy birthday, Monica Brown. You are truly a beautiful woman. She's so messy, LOL, and need to get it back together. She could have at least said happy birthday instead of starting her comment like that. Then another person tags Tamar and says, I think Tamar's comment wasn't negative. She simply loves Monica and her movement. No shade of bad feelings. Let's all move in 2019 united. Then another person says, so disappointed in Tamar's remark. I love her voice and TV persona, but that was not necessary. Too old for the drama. Say happy birthday and go about your business. Now I see why Tony don't like her family. Not a little shade, but a lot. Tamar, see, ho, you do way too much. By the way, you the one started with her because she went on the reel. You are a bitter and nasty person, and nothing good will come to your muppet face. Then the last person says, Tamar, because you're hella messy and she sees through your poop. Your doggone sisters don't even like you, chick. Child, let me clutch my edges and gather myself. So, child, soon as everybody started getting on Tamar's case, she does a radio interview and decided to go live. Now, y'all know during the interview, she talked about how she has changed her life for the better. Not only on top of that, she does go into a little bit of details about her events and her new man. So if you have an advanced degree in those ratchetology like I do myself, then you can enjoy the video that I screen recorded for y'all during her interview. Take a look.
Imagine having a best friend for 16 years and you're splitting up. Like, it's the hardest thing ever. And it wasn't one thing in particular. It was like an accumulation of things. You know what I mean? Number one, I just felt like everything was a blurred line. The work, the relationship, the parenting. And when you throw that all in the same boat, it's a lot, you know? And marriage is hard, you know, already. And throwing those elements around it was a mistake, basically.
Yeah. So tell me this, being a parent in the midst of all this, you know, because a lot of the time people get the roles confused. Yeah. I feel like to some extent because it's just like, you're Tamar. Oh, you're Tamar. But then it's like at home, like, I'm just Tamar. I'm just Tamar, right? And then you're a mom too.
Yeah.
So you're really playing like 3-4 roles all up in one, and still trying to keep it all together. Where were you at mentally as a parent, being that mom?
Yeah, he was my only concern.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's kind of why I stayed away from a lot of people and a lot of things for a while, because I needed to implement the fact that things at home was not going to change. So I think that now we've, gotten into, the pace of the new normal. Everything is all good.
That's good.
Yeah.
So how long does it take to really click in with that space, though? Because the new normal takes a while. When you talk about 16 years of dedicating yourself, your whole self, to a relationship, being that mom, being that wife, being that person, and then the new normal is like, Tamar's out here to play. You know what I'm saying? That's a big adjustment.
It's a huge adjustment, but I'm telling you something. It's up to the individual, unfortunately. Some of us are further along than others, and it's a mindset. You have to want to move forward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm sure you wanted to move forward, and somebody's helped you to do.
Well, I didn't expect any of that. I bumped into him at my really, really good friend's birthday party, and I'm telling you, it was love at first sight for both of us, I believe.
Now, Tamar came up in here, y'all. She came up and was like, we heard your little report yesterday. My little radio went up, and I'm here to set the record straight. I was like, she posted something on Instagram, so tell me about the post, because you posted something on Instagram.
But the post was basically about my baby father, and if you have Baby Father Chronicles, baby, I got the stories for you too. Right. That's what it's about, and me and Chiilllleee are great,
Tell me about him. If you could describe.
I'm sorry, I had some extra juice in my mouth.
He made me want to Wakanda forever just with the name alone. Tell me what's some
Chiilllleee,
things about him that if you had to describe him outside of anybody else, it was a whole bunch of guys lined up. And we all looking at him, but you give me these 3 words and I'm going to know that's him.
First, I would see his light.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that light. Wait a minute.
Jeez.
Wait. Talk to me about the light.
And out. And he's so positive, and he's radiant. Like,
this light.
He's
right.
He's kind, and he's smart, and he's thoughtful, and he thinks about other people's feelings, and he's helped me be a better person, and look at the bright side of things, and not look at well they did this to me, so I'm gonna be like that. It's like, no, well, you have to remain who you are at all times. And whenever you have a person to speak positive energy over you, like, positive things happen.
Being that man and being that covering. Hello? Is it night and day from Vince?
No, it's not, because a lot of people think Vince is a bad person, and he's not a bad person. It's just that...
And I got to pause you there, because I appreciate you not talking. You had a lot of opportunities to kind of just, like, take digs, and you haven't.
Because it's not necessary. It's not necessary, because then I'd be lying, and I'm not a liar. I am outspoken, but I'm not a liar. Whatever I say, you always can take that to the bank,
right.
And cash that check.
All receipts.
All of them. And sometimes I don't even put out receipts because it's damaging to the other person. And so I'd rather go ahead on and take that hit because I'm used to it. And it's easier than for me to put out things about other people. What am I going to get out of that? Nothing, not one thing out of that. And what I'm going to get out about talking about my son's father. And the person, that's not going to change. And the person who's had my back for 16 years. And I mean, I'm not saying at all times were we, on the up and up and everything was great. No. But for the most part, he's not a horrible person.
He's not a horrible person.
Period. And he's a great businessman. I'm sorry.
I'm with it. Do you think your relationship is going to change? Has it changed?
Yeah, because see, here's the thing. 16 years ago, Tamar was not the same woman. You know what I mean? I wanted different things.
How have you grown?
I've grown a lot, and I know that I have because Chiilllleee, I'm sorry. I mean,
a good man to bring out some good qualities.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And then being by yourself, you'll see the qualities that you have to offer.
What's changed about you? What's been brought to Tamar's light since Chiilllleee?
Since Chiilllleee,
Chiilllleee.
I pay attention a lot to my actions, and I pay a lot of attention. You say, Linda's true, yeah. I make sure at the end of the day I walk away, making sure I've done something for somebody else, and not just for me. Like, no, what is this? It's not for me. None of this.
I feel a sense of, I love that we're talking like this.
Yeah.
I feel like you're like my big sister. We just like catching up. I feel like there's been a turn of accountability concerning you.
Yeah.
And I say that because as a fan, I appreciate your artistry and I see you as a person.
Yeah.
And the accountability factor has changed. I see, so you say in the sense to Chiilllleee that you're recognizing different things about you. Mm-hmm. That's accountability, right? You're taking responsibility for actions. What made you want to come out with the situation about the child molestation situation?
Well, that situation was brought out for me. Mm-hmm. We shot the show, and I was sitting around the table, and it came out. Mm-hmm. And I never had a conversation about it. And, you know, being on reality TV, which is not my part, I just wasn't sure if they was going to...
Straight on, guys.
No, it's not. That whole thing was clips. Mm-hmm. And I'm not even going to lie about that. Mm-hmm. Yeah... I just kind of had to take my power back. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't my choice to talk about. It wasn't my choice to have that happen to me. Mm-hmm. But it was my choice to tell my story. Mm-hmm. So I had to tell my story.
You think that he allows you that space to really just accept what has been Tamar and welcome in the new
Tamar? You know, with Saul, Chiilllleee and myself, mm-hmm. I had only known him for maybe a couple of weeks.
So you felt vulnerable and at your absolute, that's how I know you love him.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot. That's a lot. First of all, it's a lot to, in the situation in which you had to have the discussion, that's a lot to kind of put on your family, to be recording reality
I didn't put that on my family. I had no idea they knew.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I had no idea. So I felt all of those same emotions that I felt whenever it happened. So.
Girl, you gonna make me tear up.
Well, it's just the truth.
Yeah.
And so, I had to some way take my power back. I had to, because I felt stripped of every emotion that I was allowed to have, even my secret. Mm-hmm. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it was homegirl and her company. It was my sisters, her people. You know, I got my 4, 5 sisters.
So it's not a private moment.
No, it was not a private moment. It was like 100 people there. Mm-hmm. And it was humiliating. And, you know, and people can say what they want to say about me, but, you know, I have feelings too. And because I was caught off guard, and my assistant, you know, who loves me so much, you know, was like, this is some BS, and like as he was supposed to feel. Mm-hmm. You know, I said something back, and then it turned into almost a lawsuit. And I'm like, but I'm sorry, but you can talk about me, but I can't say nothing.
Say nothing about you.
Yeah, so that's how that happened. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, the accountability factors in once again. It's still my responsibility not to say anything.
Mm-hmm. To see your growth is just so beautiful, and I'm over here in tears. You are crazy.
It's just the truth.
But I love it, and I thank you for sharing that. The redemption of Tamar, what does that look like?
Girl, everyday struggle. You know, it's never have been a big deal to me to go back and apologize to people, especially when I know that I've hurt somebody's feelings, and I'm a Pisces. Mm-hmm. So, are you really? So you know what that feels like? Yes. Like, oh, boo, I was just in the moment. I didn't mean to hurt you.
Right.
Like,
but I said what I felt, but I didn't really
I said what I said, but
I
I didn't mean to hurt you while I said that. And so...
That's a daily Pisces struggle.
That's why I said girls daily. But now I think before I speak, and then I look at the whole situation, and then you have something to say. Or do you think you don't?
All right.
Yeah.
2 things. Words of advice to those seeking some type of redemption for themselves. You've been there. You've done that. You've seen it. Got the T-shirt, the tracksuit. You in Detroit. You got the tracksuit.
Girl,
you got the parka coat.
Yeah.
What do you tell that person seeking redemption?
Look at yourself and make sure you're ready. Because if you don't look at yourself and you're not ready, you're going to do more harm than good. The whole world is going to seem wrong. Mm-hmm. And it's going to look like everybody has wronged you, instead of knowing the position that you played. Because how else can you change? You can't change it.
I feel like that spills into the second part of this question.
Oh, there's another question.
What do you tell the lady that's out there, been in a similar situation, looking for love, or maybe not even experiencing the same thing, going through a divorce, being so public or whatnot, but just experiencing finding a new love and accepting that new love and being open to that when you've been hurt before?
Listen, had I not, you have to take time to know yourself. How you like your eggs? How you like your steak? I thought I like my steak well done. I actually like it medium. Really, you have to really get to know yourself. Because had I not gone through all the things that I went through, I would not have known how to accept that kind of love. True, uninhibited. I accept you for you. It's whatever anybody says can't change how I feel about you. It's you can't accept that kind of love unless you truly love yourself.
Man, well said from Miss Tamar Braxton. Now keep it like right here. It's South 107 You Bubs Playhouse. Now I do want to ask you something too.
Okay, let me come. Okay, bye y'all.
Child, let me clutch my pearls and gather myself. Maybe she has changed, child. Maybe she has changed. I mean, she did leave that shady comment to Monica last night, so maybe by today, she's a little bit less shady. But anyway, child, y'all know I man's my business, and I'm gonna do just that. I want y'all to tell me how y'all feel about this situation down in the comments. Was Tamar wrong for being shady towards Monica when she could have just told the girl happy birthday and kept it moving? Is Tamar wrong for dating while still technically being married? Is Vince wrong for knowing that Tamar is trying to divorce him, but he refuses to go through with the divorce? And I got another one for y'all. Is Tamar wrong for not only dating someone new, but literally flaunting him around on social media for Vince to see? Child, if I was Tamar, I'd be careful. I watch enough of the ID channel to know how messy these situations can get during the breakup of a marriage. Y'all know what I'm saying? Moving on. Well, I'm definitely going to need you guys' opinions in this situation because y'all know I don't get in other people's business like that. Well, we're about to be out of here, but before we go, we want you guys to leave us a like. And remember to subscribe to our channel for the juiciest gossip commentary around. And don't be shy. Leave us your opinions in the comments. Good, bad, or indifferent. I love them all. And with that being said, you guys, we are out of here.